Right, hopefully I can get through this pretty quick. So we're just going to jump straight in, and if you haven't watched the hybrid has healer build, that is kind of like a prerequisite. We're at 20 minutes, I'm sorry. But after doing that video, I got a lovely comment from Raucey, and I'm going to paraphrase here, but he basically says, that's great and all, but FI is basically king. Correct. No issues with this, and that's just simply down, for me personally, due to simple ease of use. That's literally it. To get the buff, just be at full health, and if you're not at full health, don't worry, you got an FI player who can very quickly put you back to full health. Problem solved. Now, the entire way through my previous video on the Has hybrid healers, I said on repeat, keep it simple. And hopefully this video is going to demonstrate why. So we're going to take our normal DPS build, ta-da, and we're just going to add FI to it. Now, FI on a normal DPS build is essentially a 20% increase in DPS. That's literally it. Just 20% straight up. And all you got to do is remain at full health, which is really easy to do because you've got an FI player. The best healing set in the game. Now, the reason I said keep it simple is because if we then take my emphatic True Patriot build, which is a bit different, and then compare this to Future Initiative, hopefully we can see that Empathic True Patriot actually does 4.5% more in terms of team buff. However, the caveat to this is FI, you just need to be at full health. For True Patriot, one, I need to proc the white buff, because when you shoot an enemy with a white buff, you will proc Emphatic Resolve on yourself, as well as any other teammates also shooting that enemy. I then also need to proc the red buff, which then means you need to be shooting the enemies with essentially full flag. So not only have you got to wait for me to proc full flag on an enemy, two, you need to then take some form of damage for either me to heal it or for you to heal it by use of the white buff. And then you just need to hope that the healing that I provide you is enough for you to continue shooting that target to make full use of that extra 4.5%. But due to the fact that I'm not using FI, my heals are, I believe on this build, my heals are like less than half of what FI is actually capable of, near enough just at base. There's a lot of extra steps, there's a lot more risk involved. This doesn't mean that these builds aren't strong or good, it's just more FI is pretty much the gold standard for a damn good reason. Ongoing Directive with Emphatic Resolve will do 12% more than Future Initiative. The catch here is, Ongoing Directive side is easy to proc. Just make things bleed or have a status effect and then kill it. Ta-da, everyone gets Ongoing Directive. Everyone likes Ongoing Directive. The Emphatic Resolve part is now the problem. Players are unable to proc it for themselves by shooting full flag buffed enemies, which means you're now having to rely on someone who is using Ongoing Directive to heal you. And I don't know about you, but Ongoing Directive doesn't really scream healer build to me. Not that it can't be done, just a lot of extra steps you now need to take when you could just put FI on and do 12% less, but have so much more healing. And all of this is assuming that all of these buffs are active at the same time, essentially. You might have Ongoing Directive buff going, but not Emphatic. You might have Emphatic going, but not Ongoing Directive. With FI, it is just FI. And even then, you can add more things onto FI. Hence one of the reasons why I suggest Perfect Opportunistic. It's an extra 15% amp, which in short literally translates to 15% more DPS just from shooting something once. This also means that your FI player is able to look after and handle themselves, meaning they're not wasting unnecessary heals on themselves and they can provide more heals for you. Due to the ease of FI, despite the fact that other builds can potentially do more in team-based buffs, you then have to look at the reality of how often are they actually really going to be active. Now, with good coordinated teams, you can have these active a lot of the time. However, when I say good coordinated teams, I'm talking near enough full speedrun-esque type teams. I'm not saying keep it simple stupid because the average player won't be able to utilize it. It's more keep it simple because if you stretch yourself thin, where you could be giving your team just an increase of 20% total DPS, you might only be giving them an increase of 4% because you've got too many buffs in different locations that neither you or your team are equipped to activate on a consistent basis. We keep things simple due to reliability. In a similar sort of vein, what would you rather have? 10% crit chance and 5,000% critical hit damage, or 60% crit chance and 200% critical hit damage? In terms of overall output, 60% crit chance and 200% crit damage is going to do more, simply just because you're not relying on that 10% out of nowhere to actually do something. Sure, when it does proc, it's going to be fantastic. You'll probably kill the entire room, regular explosions going off everywhere, fireworks. Lana Rose comes gallivanting out butt naked on a unicorn offering proposals of marriage, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Sound ridiculous to you? Well, that's probably because it is. Has hybrid healer builds can be of use, but your team needs to be in a very well established place in order to make use of them properly. Otherwise, you're more than likely going to be a detriment to your team and probably the reason the mission fails. As I said in the start of the other video, I would only really recommend these builds or has healer builds if you're going to be in an organized group where you're able to talk, communicate, etc, etc. Doing it with a random group, I would genuinely argue, is a no-go. Have fun, good luck, don't die. It's bad for the health.